Hi, everybody. This is Kat Day with SPM Media and Magazine, and we are here with Colby Frontiero and Reed Merschat and Garrett Troop and his daughter Willow. Anyhow, Garrett, take it away.
I wanted to start off by saying that what you guys are doing is pretty revolutionary. And for those of you that are interested or know about Salotto, it's an app you download. I'm not sure if it's on both platforms, but it is, yep. What it does is it allows you to play people in your Fargo range. And it also reports to Fargo. So it's a pretty unique app in that sense. And from there, I would like to know a little bit about the history of it, where you guys got started, and where you're going to take it.
Sure. Yeah, I can give a brief background. We played leagues and have been playing pool. It was a family game for both of us growing up. We play a lot of pool outside of leagues and tournaments due to just work schedules and family life, and found that there was a need for some gaps to be filled in the pool community because not everybody has access to tournaments and leagues. And so we thought it would be cool if we could somehow verify the matches that we were going to be playing anyway that weren't at a league or in a tournament. Reed and I are neighbors, and so we played a lot of pool long into the nights after league, and it just went unnoticed. And so while some might consider that practice, some of our best and most competitive matches were during that time. And so
Nice.
we thought it would be cool to be able to verify those matches. And so the idea was born out of the need to basically legitimize and play more pool on a competitive basis on our turf, if that makes sense.
Right. Now, in addition to that, you have an app that you can download and that you need to sign up and create a profile. And the profile that you create also is associated with your Fargo rating, your Fargo rate. And then when you're done, both members have to submit the scores and report to Fargo, right?
Yeah, so it's, I'll back up a little bit. And the name Salotto, I'm sure some of the viewers are going to wonder where that came from. So
it's in the question. It's coming there.
That's the Italian translation of the English word parlor. Because our goal is to make any table, any qualifying 7, 8, or 9 foot pool table with pockets, if we want to make that table competitive and do it anywhere at any time, which is our goal, like the name parlor, Salotto, just kind of really reflects that. You know, it's where you're going to meet before you compete. We're going to get together and we're going to legitimize the living room. So, you know, there's no reason why that can't be a place where you can have a competitive match. But to further answer your statement, Garrett, it is true. Both players that engage in a Salotto set or Salotto match will have to have Salotto profiles. It's easy to connect your Fargo rate with your Salotto profile. Just do it in the app. And then once it's connected, then you can opt to send the results to Fargo rate. So it's not an automatic thing. You can still, play and track your sets without sending the information to Fargo rate. And then if you opt to do so, there is a fee to send your match results to Fargo rate. And I think that's probably where we show some of the most value right now to the players. Just because there's really no better way right now to legitimize your play than to see the results on Fargo rate and affect your actual rating.
Right. Does this also coincide with league matches? So hypothetically speaking, I know that BCA already reports to Fargo, but say you're playing another league format and you are going head to head with another person. Can you report that match to Fargo, although you're playing in a different league?
Well, you have to be careful about making sure that the league isn't reporting to Fargo rate. If they are, then there's no need to report it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If they're not, which some leagues don't, then absolutely you can run Salotto in tandem. But we do have review and software in place to look for duplicate submission like that. So it's just up to the player to be aware, because obviously, only one match result can be submitted. But we do see some people doing that in leagues that do not report to Fargo, and we do see that happening sometimes in tournaments that don't report to Fargo. If both competitors are on the same page and they want to log their set and get the results to Fargo rate, they can do so.
Right. Now, what was your motivation for creating this platform?
More pool. We want to
More
play
pool.
more pool. You know,
More.
Colby and I come from a background of a lot of different sports. Pool is something that we've done, we did before we knew each other, and then we started doing together. But, you know, mountain biking, rock climbing, dirt biking, hiking, camping, you know, skiing, all that stuff. We do all that. And with those sports comes a package of technology and apps and things that you can make those sports better with and do more of them. You know, you can use Strava and you can use backcountry for skiing and things like that. And what was there for pool? So I think the fact that we have a lot of experience in other sports realms, really, we kind of had a different perspective at the pool industry, just wondering why this didn't exist. So when Colby kind of mentioned the idea off the cuff, I just thought, well, let's explore it. You know, why not chase this?
It's interesting that you bring up some of these things. In another lifetime, when I was a lot younger, I was an adrenaline junkie from hell. I used to be an avid rock climber, whitewater kayaker, skydiver, bull rider, anything I could do to really kind of get the adrenaline pumping and getting it going. And I feel that things have changed so much in the last 20 years. And everything obviously has become more digital, but in retrospect of it becoming more digital, it's really uniting a lot of people. And I feel that what you guys are doing is, in a way, uniting people that, Willow, in a minute, that it's uniting people in a way that is helping the industry basically conform to a single platform, which is something that we've never had in this industry.
Right. I mean, our kind of tagline is you know, find your game. And then we also, you know, we're the world's pool community, the world's premier pool community. And we see the group of pool players and the industry movers and shakers and the players and the tournament directors and the league operators and everybody involved as one giant community. And being a helpful addition to that is truly our goal.
Right. Now, where do you see the future of this going? What are your aspirations?
Who knows?
Well,
I mean, it can go all over the world. You know, the coolest part about this is you can take a competitive match platform with you anywhere you want to go.
And we have so many plans on our development roadmap. We have so many new features that we're going to bring the users. You know, we're still a small operation and we're a young business. So, you know, we don't move at the speed of Microsoft. We move at the speed of, like, you know, a team of 5, which is fine. So, you know, the things that we'll be incorporating in the next 2 years in Salotto are really going to revolutionize even further the way that people play pool and the way that they compete and verify their matches. So, you know, to be transparent, we do want to kind of stick to the 1v1, the challenge match sort of set scenario. Our intent is not to be, you know, a tournament management software or anything like that. Like, you know, we know our sweet spot, and we really want to empower the individual player or the small tournament director or, you know, the league operator that looks to augment their play. You know, our goal is to provide a tool that's reasonable to the consumer in which they can empower themselves to play more pool and have it verified and legitimized. Right.
That's good. Now, in the process of legitimizing, how do you go about submitting your matches to Fargo? You obviously work with them then, yeah?
Yeah, so we have you know, there's a bunch of filters in place and things. It's a bit of a process to get the matches into Fargo rate, but in short, when you create a match, there's a button that says submit results to Fargo rate. Both players must have connected Fargo rates. There's a fee associated with it. You know, we have software on the back end to kind of verify that play. What's that?
I said, what's the fee, may I ask? How much is it?
For a race to 10, if it goes hill, it's like, you know, 19 games or whatever. It's $1.99 and then $2.99, right?
Yep, up to 15. So we have different tiers because there's different management with the data, but our goal is, considering that a match goes hill, we charge about 10 cents per game. And when I say we, you know, this is a fee between Fargo rate and us. And part of the reason for that fee is to create an accountability and a cost threshold to the individual player to reduce and limit gaming and cheating.
Right. Right. My daughter has a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, Willow?
When somebody would submit to Fargo, how do they like connect to your website? Does Fargo like automatically like like mail it to your account in Salon?
That's a good question.
Salotto.
Very good question.
Salotto.
Yeah. So when you play a match through Salotto and it's submitted to Fargo, right? You know, you've chosen to make this match reported. The process looks something like you submit the game through Salotto on the app on your phone, and then poof, that data goes to Fargo rate. Then the filtering process and the match verification process occurs, and then on your Fargo rate app, you can look and see that match show up under your public matches, because every match that's played on Salotto is public, is viewable, so that there's a peer review aspect to it.
Yeah. And when you send it to Fargo, do you have to like physically like send it to them or automatically?
It's in an app.
It's a good question. Yeah, it's automatic. It's all done digital. The same way that like when you send a text message to the other person, it just shows up.
And this is of course after both players must confirm the results of the match on their individual devices. And then after that, this whole process starts. So
I think it'd be cool at some point if we could have you guys back and we could do a shared screen where you walk through a match and show how it actually works and go through the process. When you submit the payment portion of this, do you do it through credit card or PayPal, or how do you accept the transaction?
That's another good question. So that is all done through the App Store or Google Play Store. So we actually cannot directly take payment from our customers. That payment goes through, the certified payment systems that Apple and Google have in place. Right. So however you pay for your apps right now is how you'll pay for Salotto.
That's really ingenious, because it allows a little bit more freedom to do so, because a lot of people order apps and order different things, especially the people with the iOS platform tend to pay for apps more so than Android. I see in my experience.
I think that's the average, but oddly enough, 51% of our users are Android.
Oh, really? 51%. Okay. Yeah, I just know that from history. It seems like the iOS platform tends to charge for their apps a little bit more.
I think you're correct. And Apple does tend to have a little bit more control of their stores and their ecosphere. In turn, it also provides a bit of a pain in the butt for us too, because jumping through their hoops takes a lot of time. But we need to do it, and we need to offer our customers with iOS devices this product.
Are you worldwide?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you track on where your users are coming from?
Yes. Yeah, we sure can. So when I say we're worldwide, we are, but we're still an English language platform. So the users we have in non-English speaking countries have some knowledge of English. We are working on some configurations for new characters for other areas where the language barrier is bigger. But yeah, right now, Colby knows probably off the cuff some of the countries we're seeing matches played in now.
Yeah, we have Jamaica, we've got Italy, we've got Ireland, we've got a lot in the UK, Austria, we've got Germany,
Australia.
Yeah, quite a bit of usage in Australia. It's cool. It's neat to see it kind of popping up. It's definitely US dominated, but that's where the bulk of our attention has been too. You know what I mean?
In other countries, it seems like because isn't Fargo only 8, 9, 10 ball? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so other games that are not officially affiliated with Fargo cannot participate in this. Like, what is it? In a lot of the country, they play with yellow and red balls. What is that? What the game that is?
Russian pool, or yeah, exactly. So no, we only accept 8, 9, and 10 ball, and the Fargo rate terms and conditions say that there are no spots, there are no early outs, there are no ring games, so it's only the most pure of the 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
that I think that's a solid foundation. Do you ever see competition going into, well, I guess not because it's not Fargo rated. I was gonna say One Pocket, but that's not a Fargo related
We
game.
would love to offer One Pocket.
It's on our list.
Yep, but you know, it would not be something that would submit to Fargo rate, but it would be a game
Yeah.
that you could score and be competitive in Salotto, and our intent is to deliver that.
Mhm.
In your player profile, do you show stats of how many games played, how many games won, all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say it's pretty basic right now. We've got some really cool designs that our software designer has put forth to us for bigger profiles and more information on scoring and performance. So we can all look forward to that being released. But right now it's pretty basic. It's got matches played, games played, wins and losses for both.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
it's the basics.
Yeah. How long has it been since you launched Salotto?
Great question. So I'll give you a little bit of a big, long timeline. In April of 2019, we won a grant competing with 22 other businesses. And that was our initial funding that got us started. We started product development, which turned out to be a longer and bumpier road than we ever anticipated. So our honest to goodness first product, we had a kind of a public beta out there, which means it's not really an official product, but people can use it. You know,
Yeah.
we get feedback on it, we see what works and what doesn't. But our actual kind of real deliverable product for the, I guess, the showing the most meaning and use to our customers outside of beta was in October of 2020.
Okay, so you guys are just really getting going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty young.
And they won against those 22 players.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. The grant that you had received, you had to show them beta testing of what you were trying to do, right?
No, it was just on an idea. So we basically had we put together a business plan and a pitch deck and did a lot of market research. And fortunately, we're pool players before we're software guys, so that part was pretty easy for us. But yeah, they took a chance on us with a pretty wild idea.
Good,
awesome.
good.
Reed, you're the inventor. You were the one that when you were little you wanted to be an inventor. So are you the one that came up with the
Platform.
Fargo?
the app,
The idea?
designed it?
Nope.
No? Oh, Colby did.
Wow.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, yeah, the idea came right out of Colby's mouth one night about 1:32 in the morning. We were playing a set in my basement on an 1885 Brunswick table,
Oh my,
and it all started there.
wow.
Right. Do you have different availability for the size of table that you're playing on, or is that a factor?
We allow for 8, 9, and 7, 8, 9 foot tables.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Now, in addition to playing or submitting your results to Fargo, how do you said that you don't do the tournament scene at all, right? So
Yeah.
that's something you guys are not interested in.
Right. I mean, there's a whole bunch of really, really good tournament management software out there. And there's a lot of, like even for leagues, you've got LMS with Fargo rate. I mean, there's no reason for us. Those people, those organizations and those businesses really do a good job at that. And so we don't really need to step on toes in that regard. So we just want to be good at what we can be good at. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good. Do you well, I asked you before how far you are in the world. How many downloads do you have?
Got about 12,000 gross downloads now.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. We have a lot of growing to do, but we're also in a smaller sport as far as captivity here. There's a lot of people that do it, but the most competitive people, our target audience right now, guys like us, that's about 500,000 people in the United States that that play leagues and tournaments on a regular basis. That's us. that's who we're trying to help out right now. As we grow larger, you know, we'd love to get into the bigger part of the market. You know, the amateurs that haven't yet discovered that they love pool so much, they want to compete with it. We want to give those guys a door in as well.
Right.
So, you know, our goal is to, you know, not only just accommodate the most serious player, but give the amateur player, like the beginner player, a way into serious pool.
Right. Right. Other than Fargo, are you associated with any other pool related companies?
Yeah, good question. We have a partnership with Q Sports International on a few different levels. We work obviously with Fargo Rate. We have a pretty good relationship with Peach Hour Qs.
I know the guys at Peshawar pretty well.
Oh, man,
I deal with
they're-
Steve quite a bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
Steve is
Yeah, we work with
outstanding.
Steve.
He's a great guy. Yeah, we have really good connections with Sean Massey at Massey Apparel.
Yeah.
He does all of our custom jerseys for us right now.
Nice.
Um,
Where can you buy this stuff?
We have some of it listed on our website. Most of it is usually done just by word of mouth. Hey, can I get one of those? And we can custom do it.
Nice.
And we treat our jerseys like, you know, basically they're for our sponsored players.
Mhm.
You know, and we kind of have different levels of sponsorship involvement. You know, for the amateurs, it may just be a jersey. And, you know, for the pros that we engage with, you know, we work with Chris Reinold closely, Carl Boys, Chris McDaniel, Blaine Barkus. Who am I forgetting?
I should have mentioned Dynasty.
I like how he looks over
Dynasty
here. Am I
Balls.
supposed to know
And
this?
we've got a big announcement too. This is the first time it's going to be heard other than Carl Boys, who hijacked our social media.
Oh,
Carl Boys is coming to America to play in the Predator Pro Billiards Tour 10-ball event and World 10-ball Championship at the end of
Nice.
the month. So we will be
Nice.
there. Carl will be in our booth in Vegas, and look forward to a bunch of fireworks.
this is at the end of the month, the BCA? Or-
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, okay, that's where everybody's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
See you
Right.
there.
I think we're going to take a small break right now, and we're going to show a commercial from one of our supporters and that support us. So why don't we run that commercial real quick? We're going to run it one more time at the end as well.
Yep. Enjoy.
was Fort Worth Billiards.
There you go.
Cool.
Superstore.
Yeah, it really, really is.
I think I could spend some money there.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the problem is when pool players get money, it doesn't last very long.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I actually had to come clean when we were out in Vegas in 2020, at the Q Sports Expo. I accidentally slipped up and told her how much I spent on my Q stick. Yeah. I need to learn how to keep that stuff quiet.
Right. You mentioned that you work with Peshawar. Do you work with any custom key makers?
Not directly. You know, we do communicate with Mike Kirby. He does the Kirby Custom Qs, does some great work. There are a couple other local Q makers in our state that we work with a little bit, but we don't really have a relationship, you know, per se with a custom Q maker. I mean, you know, I consider P-Shower Qs still custom, you know, considering their origin and how they're built, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he signs all of his cues by hand still.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
know.
pretty cool. Like they've done what I consider the best job in the industry of keeping that custom cue feel and still producing it at a scalable rate.
Right.
They've
Right.
done that really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have one. I shoot one on a pretty regular basis, and it's great.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
work with 3 Seconds as well. I don't know if you're familiar with 3 Seconds. They're a Japanese company. Their
Yeah,
cue
we did a
cases
review
are-
with them.
Oh my God, their cue cases are outstanding. They're handmade. I think they're the coolest on the market right now. And their gloves we're loving. I'm not a glove guy, but
Yeah.
when we play in a
I
humid
did a review on their
environment,
glove, and I think that it's truly going to be revolutionary because right now they're the only ones that are currently manufacturing a 5-finger glove, and for some reason I really like that. Now,
Yeah.
I didn't use gloves for a long time, and when I did, I personally liked the more bulky ones that came up higher on your wrist,
Mhm.
like Kamui and stuff like that. But seeing the, dare I say, simplistic nature of the 5-finger or the 5-second gloves, I think that that's definitely going to be a trend.
It helps stroke.
The lightweight, the lightweightness, if that is such a
It
word,
helps stroke.
that I feel that that's definitely going to be the way to go. The only thing that I haven't seen yet out of them is the durability factor. I don't know how long, or you know what I mean, because people that play usually only get about 1 season out of their gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep
that
you
sounds about
posted
right.
on that. We've had ours 4 months-ish, probably.
I think two, 3, something. I don't know. So,
Yeah, they're holding up pretty good.
but I typically, I don't wear mine all the time. Only like in a humid environment, or like if my nerves are peaked and I'm a little clammy, which is
Yeah.
every tournament I play in.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
What can you guys tell us about the mob hit list?
Oh, you guys,
Ah,
you really should get Jack Murray on your show. He was kind of the brainchild behind this. He saw Salotto as a way to unite players around the country in a common point series, and he runs probably some of the best tournaments around, and had this concept of bringing players together at a culminating event after having competed nationally or even around the world, really. And so the idea behind that spawned from a points-based player list, and you could accrue points and track and compete. And so, like, there's a guy in California right now, Corey Buchanan, and we're like neck and neck on the list. You know what I mean? And there's no other platform or list or system that allows for that. And so Jack was kind of instrumental in formulating the points staggering and the way that you earn points and win and can accrue points. And so it's been super fun to watch that permeate the country and unite the players on the common list.
And we brought, when we brought that to market, we integrated a really cool handicap scoring feature, which has predictive performance live as you change your race length to give the percentage of win ratio based on your fogger rate.
oh wow.
So if you want to create a 50-50 race, which often you can't get exactly 50-50, we'll see 48-52, 49-51 or something like that. You get it as close as you can given the fogger rate spread, and then it changes the points. So if we were to play heads up, we could each win 10 points if we won. And if you lost, you get 3 points. But if you play up and you play somebody better than you, then you get more points for winning and more points for losing. So let's say I'm a fogger rate 400 and I play a fogger rate 550. It's likely if I beat that 550, I'm going to get 15 to 17 points for a win, and I'm going to get 7 to 10 points for a loss, depending upon how the spread works, right?
Right.
And then the higher rated
That's the same as
will
giving
get
weight.
lower points.
You're just giving weight.
Yeah, it allows for giving weight,
But it
based
changes the
on-
points.
Based on that,
Right.
you get a certain point value. So if I were playing Willow, she's going to have to give me 4 on the wire in a race to 9 so that I have a chance of winning, and I'm going to earn more points if I win. You know what I mean?
Right. That's good. That's good.
That I think that's all really fair because
Because you're better than me.
well,
You should see your
Yeah.
stroke.
I think that's really fair because honestly, the only thing I call like a bad play is when you're not really even trying. But if you really, really try and focus and everything like that, and you lose, that would still be good, and you would get more points because you're actually trying, and you'd get more for winning because, well, I mean, you're winning.
Right.
But otherwise, I think that's really fair because a lot of players like
See if I can back this off here.
You're good. I get it, Willow. I hear what you're saying.
yeah.
Well, there we go. Oh well, it's a good picture. I'll share it
You
next
got a
time.
great attitude, Willow.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely going to take over here someday, maybe sooner than I like. But I think that we're going to call it a show for today.
Yeah.
And we would definitely love to have you guys back on. I
Millions.
want to say thank you for all the innovations that you guys are doing, and we'll definitely get the hit list going on here. For
Cool,
sure.
yeah. Let us
Yeah.
know what we can do to help. Definitely get Jack on the show. He's the guy you should talk to
They-
about the hit list.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for
Send me-
sure.
Send me the
We'll
information.
make contact with him, and I spoke with him a handful of times before, and he posts in my group all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I really
Cheers.
appreciate it. And thank you for the kind
Yeah.
words. And
Not
we're
a
really
problem.
happy to be part of the pool family. And it's just like, you
Yeah.
know, we're in our spot. We love it.
Yeah, I really like Salotto. I think it's great, easy to get on, easy to profile, and it helps you like get better at pool because you slowly progress and you actually go with people you're good at with. Because
You
if
understand, Willow.
Well,
if
keep
you
up the
play
good
somebody-
work.
We might be
Easy.
hiring Willow. She might not have a future at SPM.
because
All
if
right.
you play somebody too easy,
All right.
Yeah, you're
Thank you
good.
guys so much.
bye.
All right.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye.
Thank you.